Welcome back to a tutorial on how to make an advertising banner using Flash and Fireworks. In the last tutorial we looked at setting up a document using Flash. Now we're going to move on to start animating our slides. So this is the blank document that we've got that's the correct size and has just one single layer with only one frame on at the moment. What we're going to do is import our graphic in and then animate it so it fades in and then fades out again. And if I go back to my example, I'm going to show you how I mean. So starting on frame 1 we don't see anything, and as we move through the banner fades in, it stays at full transparency for 10 slides and then it fades out. And this is the effect that we're going to be replicating. So firstly what we need to do is import our graphic onto the stage. So to do that we're going to go to File, Import and Import to Stage. And the first graphic that I've produced is called Banner A. So as you can see it's pasted it right into the centre. What I need to do is move it right up to the top here. And I'm going to go over here to where it says Y, and that means how far from the top it is. At the moment it's 0.6, I want to change that to 0 so I can be sure it's right at the very top. Excellent. Now what I need to do is convert this graphic into a movie clip, so that means we can animate it. So I'm going to go to Modify, Convert to Symbol, and I'm going to change that to Slide 1 and change the type to Movie Clip. And there we have it. Now over the next 5 frames I want to animate it so it fades from being completely transparent to being completely visible. Okay, so I'm going to create a new keyframe of frame 5. So right click and click Insert Keyframe. Now, it's fully visible on frame 5, and it's fully visible on frame 0, on frame 1 rather. So I'm going to go into frame 1, making sure I've selected the graphic, and I'm going to move over to here to where it says Display. Okay, and I'm going to change the colour effect to Alpha, and I'm going to move the slider from 100 down to 0 so it's transparent. And now, on frame 1 it's transparent, frame 5 it's visible. If I right click between frame 1 and frame 5 and click Create Classic Tween, Flash automatically fills in the gaps for me. What I now want to do is have a period where it's fully visible, so I'm going to do that for another 10 frames. So I'm going to go to frame 15 and click Insert Keyframe. And now automatically it's filled in all of the gaps with a fully visible banner. And lastly, I want to fade it out. So I'm going to do it again over 5 frames, so I'm going to go to frame 20 and add in a keyframe. Now what I need to do on keyframe number 20 is exactly the same as I did on frame 1. Go over to the colour effect, change Alpha down to 0. And then lastly, to finish off the effect, click between 15 and 20 and click Create Classic Tween. As you can see, we now have a fade in and fade out effect. Join us next time for I show you how to create an effect where we slide in a graphic from the side or from the top.